Yo, 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 yo. How we doing? First reactions here. Pretty indifferent. Feeling pretty indifferent here. Um, yeah. Was a Suns game, am I right? Classic Suns. Nothing changed. Uh, just give me a quick second here. Just checking, reloading everything on ESPN. I should probably do that. Mm, mm. Bring that over here. Bring this here. Okay. We good? We chill? All right. We good. What up, Suns fans? Suns go back into winning. They get back into the winning slots as they finish their game against the Washington Wizards. Final score Suns 130 to the Washington Wizards 123. And there is a lot of news to be talking about the Suns recently. So we will be getting to that and more in just a second.
Kevin Durant delivers. Gorgeous move for Bradley Beal.
Personally, I feel like that brother needed help.
Devin Booker with the clutch three.
Whoo! How we doing, Suns fans? How we doing? All right, Suns get the win. I'm not complaining about that. We are going to ignore that fourth quarter, whatever that fourth quarter was. If you watched tonight's game, uh, uh, honestly, I'm just gonna come out right here as and expose my cards here for this game. I don't really have much to say about this game, mostly because it was really an easy one. I mean, were the Suns really gonna lose to the 6 and now 33 Washington Wizards? If they if I had to come onto this podcast, this show, I should say, and say that the Suns lost to the Wizards, this is all going in the fire. This is all going in the trash can. All right. But thankfully, we are not in that universe. The Suns do not suck that much, as the Suns are back to 20 and 20 on the season, getting the win. It was just a relatively fun and easy one, honestly. We got to see a lot of things from a lot of players that are really good signs of development in their games. A lot of the depth of the Suns got to show out tonight. Um, I'm actually wearing some jersey reveal. Dunn. I got the Dunn jersey on tonight because he was awesome. We could get into this a little now, just sprinkle over the Suns game a little bit. Obviously, we had Book, we had KD. Amazing nights. They did have the best shooting nights, but it's whatever. Book still got his 37 out there, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. KD got his 23, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's just another great night from them. I don't have much to say about this game really, other than just great performances from the guys. Once again, they've got the job done. Most importantly, is that we got the win. All right, all I care about right now is getting the win. Um, say what you want about the Suns getting a 7 point victory over the Washington Wizards, and the fact that we once led the Wizards 24 points. That part I am a little concerned about once we go into these more competitive games. But for now, a win, I'll take it. It's enough to look away and excuse this Suns mistake from happening again. But if it does happen again, I swear to God, I will let the Suns hear it from me. Um, and most of the problems that led to this Wizards game turning out this badly, a 40-point quarter, I should mention, from the Wizards here. They had 40 points in that fourth quarter, bringing this game back to a 7 point game. Luckily, the Suns were able to hold them off. Wizards never led. for any moment of this game, which thank God. But a large part of that was the turnovers. Suns had a lot of turnovers. Most notably, Devin Booker had four, KD had two, um, Tyus Jones had two, and just a lot of other people. I mean, the Suns were very careless with the ball and they're sloppy. It was getting a little concerning there. We had to hold our breaths for a moment there, but we got the win. Okay, everyone, freaking chill out. Okay. Some other notable opponents I would like, uh, notable players, I should say, I'd like to shout out here. Ryan Dunn, I'm wearing his jersey tonight. I already went over that. Ryan Dunn had himself such an amazing game. He had 80 points out there, which I believe is his career high as a Phoenix Suns, his rookie year, his most points that he ever scored. And he has 11 rebounds, the most rebounds, career rebounds in his career ever as a Phoenix Sun, making that this his first double double as a Phoenix Sun and just in his whole basketball career, which hopefully we'll see more of him as a Phoenix Sun. So awesome, awesome sauce we get to see from Ryan Dunn. We had an explosion for Grayson Allen off of the bench, most notable player off the bench for me, 21 points. His second 20-point game of this Suns season, and he did it in great fashion out there. I don't know what it is. It's like he's begging for us to not trade him. And that's that. I mentioned the word there, the T word, as is we'll get to that point in just a little bit here, but just finishing out this all the players out here. Grayson Allen, really great game offensively, swishing threes. He was 5 of 7 from three. Just more so what we love from Grayson Allen. And he got an emphatic dunk in the second quarter there. And funny enough, I left the Suns because this game is quite early in Phoenix terms time zone. I had to go get dinner real quick. Shout out Slim's Chickens. That is not a sponsorship. I should have showed that actually. It is not a sponsorship. But I had to go leave for dinner. I left when the Suns had a 20-point lead. As soon as I came back near the end of the first half, the Suns then turned it over four times and allowed the Wizards 11-0 run, and it was a 15-point lead by the time I came back. So disgusting. Um, I really hope. I just really hope that there's some other factor, like the Suns were taking it easy, and like I'm just wishing there was an excuse that the Suns have for tonight's game. I do not want to see this again, especially with the schedule we have coming up soon. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about tonight. Just a great overall game that the Suns managed to play. Great shooting numbers. They beat the other team in rebounds for once, um, both defensively. They got beat out by 2 offensive rebounds, so they lose that battle. 12 offensive rebounds for the Wizards and 10 for the Suns. So whatever. And yeah, just don't turn over the ball is the takeaway from this game. But that's basically it from this game. Um, I think it's time we start talking about the elephant in the room. So I was referring to the T word when referring to Grayson Allen, and that word is trade. As if you haven't seen it yesterday, the Suns have finally made a move. The dam has broke on this year's trade season. The trade deadline is coming up soon in February, and I have, and the whole Suns community has been urging the Suns to make a trade for just anything at this point. It's just to get something, just for an answer to this team. As the Suns' biggest problem that I've reiterated multiple times here is the rebounding and defense issue of the Suns. And as we've gone more into January, that defense and rebounding issue, the rebounding became more prevalent of an issue in January. And and that issue has just kind of ballooned into the centers being the whole problem of the Phoenix Suns. Our weak centers. I could touch on our centers for tonight. Mason Plumlee, he came out strong tonight. Offensively, 3 of 3, 6 points. He had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and he kind of had to come out strong if he wants to save his minutes. Um, also got some run, although he did not put up a single point, and he had 3 rebounds and 5 fouls. So not the best Oso game, and yeah, that goes to show. Hopefully, that tempers some of the flames that us Suns fans have on Oso, because I know a lot of people want him to be starting, and he's shown that he can elevate to that position and be like a really good center for this Suns team. Really great drafting from the Suns this year. Um, but I don't think he's ready still for a starting position. So it's a bad night for Oso to flush away. But main point here that I'm getting at here is that the Suns center rotation is awful. We've known this for quite a while. I mean, Yusuf Nurkic has been non-played for like 2 games, and now he's been gone for the last 2 other games for the flu. Um, so he has not been seeing the floor that much. He's not even on the road trip with us. So that is why the Suns went out and got Nick Richards from the Charlotte Hornets, is now your Phoenix Suns. Now, unfortunately, I should also mention in that trade, we had to give up Josh Okogie. Um, Moment of silence here for Josh Okogie. That's good. That's a good enough silence for Josh Okogie. Uh, I'm gonna miss him. It kind of pains me seeing uh, all the Josh Okogie appreciation posts that I've seen over the last couple 24 hours of Josh Okogie. Number two, you showed up. She showed great hustle. I feel like I'm giving a funeral like a monologue here, um, a eulogy, I guess it would be. Um, Josh Okogie, he will be remembered. He will be loved in Phoenix for what he's done. Quite the career. I haven't seen most of his time here in Phoenix, but I have been here for the last 2 years, so I saw the latter half of his career here in Phoenix, and it was quite a mixed time, from him being a starter to being a bench to seeing barely any minutes on the floor near the end. But I will remember his hustle and his energy and everything he gave for this organization. And best of luck to him going into Charlotte. Take care of our boy, Hornets fans. But we will be taking care of their boy, Nick Richards, as he is coming to Phoenix. Unfortunately, he did not play this game. Um, the trade just went down yesterday. So this is the first game since the trade has happened. And he did not play this game, mostly because it was reported. Let me see if I got the exact news thing. Nick Richards, recently traded, has yet to join his team for Thursday game versus the Wizards, but most likely will be with them for Saturday's contest against the Pistons. So that will be the next game. That leads into my point. Suns' next game will be January 18th on Saturday, against the Detroit Pistons, our second matchup against them. And Nick Richards will be making his Suns debut during that game. What do we think, boys? What do we think? Um, I'm gonna be honest right here. I want to play um the what's the saying? Like, I don't want to come out here saying that he's gonna fix the Suns, everything the Suns have. I've attributed a lot of it to rebounding, defense. Those are the two big issues of the Phoenix Suns. Does Nick Richards fix all of those problems? I'm not too sure about it, as I've seen some defensive highlights from the guy, and also taking Charlotte Hornets fans from it, as he does seem to have a pretty bad defensive IQ. Although I think the main for expectations, as far as expectations go here for Nick Richards, I think the main one is his rebounding. All right. That is his big reason why we are bringing him here as so far into the 2024-25 regular season. Nick Richards has averaged 7.5 rebounds during all of his games. Um, his games played, he has played 21 games this season. So over 21 games, 7.5 rebounds. So hopefully he will be able to do that here in Phoenix. And I'm pretty sure it's already been stated that he will become the de facto starting center for the Phoenix Suns. Um, that one's interesting, and it just kind of goes to show you how desperate the Suns are kind of here. Just for any center, the fact that a bench player for the Charlotte Hornets is now the starting center for the Phoenix Suns. So it's a little worrying in that aspect when you paint it. But as long as he shows effort, his athleticism is another big factor of why we brought him here for. So his athleticism, his rebounding, hopefully that will be all the things us Suns fans will get to enjoy and hopefully watch as Nick Richards makes his debut on Saturday. Um, yeah. Other than that, he's another 7 foot guy. He has more uh, combined dunks than both Nurkic and Plumlee had last season. So we should be seeing a lot more energetic plays with him out on the floor. Um, I'm excited. This is really big news for the Suns getting a big trade to go like this. I did make a little short about the Nick Richards trade yesterday, and in that I did go in about where the Suns stand on what they have left of now. So with Josh Kogi out, we tried getting Yusuf Nurkic out. He still needs to be out in the first place, but now he is the fourth string center, probably falling behind Oso and Mason Plumlee in rotation. So that will be interesting if we just hold on to him. I mean, that just goes to show how much trade value the guy has. It's definitely a tough bullet to bite for the Phoenix Suns. That we just wanted to get rid of Aiden so much that we really had to take a negative on Yusuf Nurkic, and now that's really showing its ugly head as we try to contend here. So Yusuf Nurkic still remains a problem child on this Suns team going forward. Um, so we'll see where that goes. I don't remember that much other trading assets. We now only have two draft picks. We have our 2031 first round pick left. And we also have a second round pick that we got back from the Charlotte Hornets trade with Nick Richards. And that one's for this year's draft. So that is the 2025 draft second round pick, which that one's going to be interesting. Um, if we decide to keep it or not. Uh, Seeing how the Suns have been drafting the last couple of years with Tumani Kamara, Ryan Dunn, and Oso Iguodaro, I kind of want to see what happens, what they draft, what they get from that. But also, part of me wants to see another trade go through for the Suns. That's just kind of me being trade happy. But yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out for now. I don't really see where the Suns would want to make another trade right now, since they probably would want to see how this new roster works out with Nick Richards and see if rebounding and defense are still really big issues. As those are really minute, those are really hard problems to solve on this year's free agency. With basically you're trying to buy like a top tier defender for like $2, basically in layman's terms. It's kind of a hard thing for the Suns to get done here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just stick to maybe with that draft pick. Um, but we'll see. That is a developing story on where the Suns going are heading in the upcoming future. But as of right now, that's all I really have to say about the Nick Richards situation. I'm excited for him. He used to wear number 4 for Charlotte's, Charlotte. But as you may have known, Oso wears number 4 for the Phoenix Suns. So are they going to give each other? Is Oso going to give his number to Nick Richards, or is there going to be like some behind the door uh, buyout for the number? Or does Nick Richards go for the next best number, like 14 or something? I swear to God, I don't want him to wear 14. All right, that number is cursed. We've seen it with Landry Shamet, and we've seen it with Drew Eubanks. All right, 14 is just not a good number for the Phoenix Suns. I'm glad we avoided it this year when our new recruits just didn't wear 14. So I hopefully Nick Richards just goes with 24 or something. Um, but yeah, that's all I have to say. Um, Suns get the win. A little disappointing win, but still a win. Nevertheless, they return to 500 on the season. They are now 20-20 through 40 games. We are almost halfway through the season, fellas. That game. So our next two games, Detroit, and then we have Cleveland. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because that will bring us to 42 games on the season, and that will mark the halfway point. So we are halfway through the NBA season. The Suns do not move up in the Western Conference with tonight's win. They are now tied with the Sacramento Kings, the Golden State Warriors, at 20-20 on the season. So yeah, we're just gonna have to get more wins. Hopefully, Nick Richards will make his amazing debut against the Detroit Pistons in such great fashion. Uh, we're here. Us Suns fans are hungry, and we're ready to hope for something good for the Phoenix Suns in the coming future. But we'll have to wait and see how that happens. Um, so yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about this game. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this content, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out this channel. And we will be seeing you next Suns game, which is on January 18th against the Detroit Pistons. We'll see you there, and we'll be here with providing you with more Suns content on the daily. Thank you so much again for your continued support, and we will see you then. All right. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the Suns win.